So I write down my answer for VTH, which is 11.667 volts. So that's my step number 1. Let us now proceed towards step number 2, in which we are going to find out RTH. So step 2, to find RTH. Now to find RTH, we start with the same network, but we are once again not going to consider this resistance R, because RTH will be defined as the resistance looking through this particular two terminals. So this is going to be my resistance RTH, which is between the 2 points that we have defined across R, A and B. Now when you find the resistance, Thevenin's resistance RTH, we replace the sources. We replace current source with open circuit and voltage source with short circuit. So let us quickly do this. This is 5 ampere current source. It will be replaced with open circuit. So I simply remove it from the given circuit diagram. 5 amp current source will also be removed because it will also be replaced with open circuit. Now you can see that this 10 volts voltage, so it's a voltage source, so voltage source will be replaced with a short circuit, and there's another voltage source of 5 volts which will also be replaced with short circuit. So this is my resulting circuit that I've got. You can see that across 3 ohm there comes a short circuit, and hence 3 ohm resistance will become redundant. It will not affect my value of RTH, and now you can see that RTH will simply be equal to, with this 3 ohm resistance redundant, it is as good as not there in the circuit. Now look at this 1 ohm resistance. This point and 2 ohm resistance upper point both are connected to each other, and the other end of 1 ohm is then connected to the other end of the 2 ohm resistance. That means both 1 ohm and 2 ohm resistance are in parallel. So my RTH will be nothing but 1 parallel 2. Therefore RTH will be equal to 2 by 3 ohms, which is nothing but 0.667 ohms. So that's my answer to the second step, where we have got the value of RTH. In step 3, let us replace the entire network with its Thevenin's equivalent. So this is my VTH, this is my resistance RTH, and this we have got between points A and B, and I'm going to bring back my resistance R. We take positive polarity of VTH towards A because we had found VTH assuming A to be at higher potential compared to B. So now we are ready to answer both the questions. First question, for maximum power transfer, what should be the value of R? So the answer is R should be equal to RTH, and that is nothing but 0.667 ohms. That's my first answer. Second question is find Pmax. So Pmax is given by, Pmax is using formula VTH square upon 4 RTH. Alright, so we had got VTH equal to, in the previous question, 11.67. So 11.67 square divided by 4 into RTH is 0.667. So if you solve this, we get Pmax, which is equal to approximately 51.02 watts. So that's the value of Pmax. This much is the maximum power that will be transferred to the resistance R. So to summarize the entire question, whenever you have to find value of resistance for maximum power transfer and the value of Pmax, you have to start with the steps that we use in the Thevenin's analysis. Find out VTH first and then RTH, and your Pmax will be VTH square upon 4 RTH, and maximum power will be transferred for R equal to RTH.